Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Somerset, Massachusetts. We are here at AMF Somerset Lanes for the round of 8 of the NEBA KR Strikeforce Open Singles event. And our feature pairs are lanes 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We just got done with a round of 16, of which I was a participant. Therefore, there was no audio. Didn't have any substitutions for the mic, so sorry about that. You got to watch me lose to Anthony D. Roberts, and he's now on 11 and 12, and he's bowling against Jay Matthew. That's off to the right of your screen. And right here on 7 and 8 is Colby Hagemoser against Andrew Hall. And then we have Jay Johnson over on 5 and 6 against Joe Scianna, and then we have Stephen Major up against Dave Samard. Dave Samard coming up with a key double in the 10th to win his last match against Kyle Perillo, the stroking left-hander. Thank you, Julie. I shot 286 or 288 my first round against Chris Soule, and then I left 3 consecutive splits on the left lane to lose to Anthony. So he's a great competitor, very, very nice young man, and just got out bowled. I just got hoodwinked on that left lane. So here we are down to the round of 8. And thank you very much, Justin, for the updated bracket. It is indeed Anthony D. Roberts against Jay Matthew on 11 and 12. And here we go. It was Colby Hagemoser 255 against Tim Giguere. Andrew Hall sneaking by with a 179 against Alex Carden's 145. And Stephen Major 244 to win. Dave Samard, as I said, doubled in the 10th. 219 to Kyle Perillo's 212. Joe Scianna sneaks by Webb 219 to 215. And it's Savasta loses to Jay Johnson 213 to 185. So here we are down to the round of 8. And we had a 40 qualifiers here at Somerset, and a very nice turnout. Everybody coming by. I don't have the exact entry count. I'll try to get some cuts too and things like that. So we will try to get you some of those stats. High qualifier was Jim Savasta at plus 202. And Andrew starting off with a 3-6 on the right lane and covers that up and does well. So I'm going to ask my buddy Justin for a squad sheet here so I can get you some of the stats here. This is NEBA event number 1006. We're already 6 events away from the 1000th tournament, and we are on the 2023 KR Strikeforce single pattern. This is a 46-foot pattern, 32.5 mils. Ratio's 5-to-1. Quite a bit of hook off the corner. And you see guys in. Andrew, you're going to see him fairly deep on this shot. And there is a pretty good rolling ball, and he blows the rack and unfortunately leaves a blower 7 on that shot. And meanwhile, we'll try to keep you up to date on these other matches. We'll have 4 matches going now, then we'll be down to 2, and then we'll move over to 9 and 10 as we always do. That pair is not being used right now, and we'll use it for the final. And we'll see how we do. And Joe Scianna snuck by Webb, shoots 219, and barely beat him. And here's Andrew going straight at the 7-pin. And no doubt about that one, covers it up. As I said, I had Christopher Viali on earlier, and we have quite a busy November coming up. November 4th is a SEMBA coming up. You can check out the SEMBA Facebook page. The weekend after that is the EP Regional, which is in EP. The weekend after that is EP NEBA non-champs, and then Tournament of Champions the 18th and the 19th at East Providence. So quite a bit going on there. And then the next weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, of course, is the Northeast Megabucks tournament out in Chicopee. And a lot of added money there. Big money on top and a lot going on out there in Chicopee. And then we wrap up the year with NEBA over at Norwich. We have the seniors which is on the 16th of Saturday, and John Kirker Sr. adding $500 to that event. Then we have on 12/16 and 12/17 the final Ideal Bowling Concepts singles, and that will be the determinant of the Paul Forey prize list. We have 32 survivors now of that, which we determined today. That cut was -13 during the qualifying. And then we have 32 guys will be going off, 32 bowlers, I should say. Amanda Broche is one of those. We'll have them going off on Norwich, and that's how you finish in that. That tournament is where you finish on the prize list for the Paul Forey. So thank you once again, Chris Forey, for that added money, and looking forward to that coming up. So meanwhile, let's get back and focus on our matches. And Colby Hagamoser got one definitely left, and that's through the beak. So no double there. Meanwhile, Jay Johnson has doubled against Joe Scianna, who picked up that split that he left. And Dave Samard has got the front three. And then Stephen Major just missed a baby split after a double. So 20-pin plus match over there. Samard over Stephen Major. Jay Johnson 10-pin lead over here. Andrew Hall tied. And Jay Matthew match, that match also was tied. Both bowlers, strikes and spares coming. Oh no, excuse me. Anthony had a double. He's up by 8. So nobody running away with any matches now, except Jay just got away with a mixer strike there on the left lane. And good shot there. Let's go, Colby Hagamoser, sure enough. Hey everybody, my buddy AJ Villa just asked them to run in and grab me a squad sheet so I can tell you the cuts and the squads and all that good stuff. There's a good shot there by Scianna. Seems like Scianna is always in the mix. He's just a venerable player. He always finds a way to score on just about anything. Here's Andrew Hall. He's got that. And rips the rack with that summit. Good shot. And down by 1. A close match here. Got a late start. We had a three-way roll-off. For the last spot in the qualifying was Lichstein. Thank you very much. It was Lichstein. It was Chris Monroy. And it was 77, Mike Lichstein and Monroy and Brandon Malone, sorry. Those three. And there's a slap 10 for Andrew. There's a double in the 10th. Uh-oh, got trouble on lanes 5. That ball's coming back at you. Whoa, he clears the deadwood. He tried to clear deadwood. It jumps over the rack and into the pit, and now the ball is rolling backwards. Geesh, what a mess there. I might have to, I don't know if that ball's going to make it. Let's see if Jay waits for this. So Dave Samard deciding what to do. Does he walk up and receive the ball? There he goes. Okay, come on, buddy. All right, good job. All right, mission accomplished. He did clear the deadwood. Unfortunately, it might have cost him a scratch or two. So the message is, nobody cares how late this runs. You better be on time for work tomorrow, Colby. That's from Chris Page. I'll let him know. I think if he wins, he's not going to really care. So there you go. And Jay Matthew just got an amazing Farkle. Came screaming back across the deck for a double, and that was to match De Robertis' double. De Robertis has actually 2 doubles now. Great to see everybody with us. Guess what? Today is a Sunday, and it is a NEBA final, which means if you like and share the feed, you are automatically entered for one of 2 bowling balls from Island Bowling Supply. Our friend Joe Farley down there in Long Island. And those guys will send you the ball of their choice. You just give us the weight, and we will ask for your address, and then you will receive one of 2 balls of their choice. And I'd imagine they'll be good balls. Don't worry about that. But all you have to do is like and share the feed, and that happens at the 2 rounds from now. So we're still in the round of 8, even though it's almost 8 o'clock. It's been a late day. We had 5 on a pair this morning. We had a late running squad earlier today. We had a re-oil. We had a 1-game roll-off, which took some time. And here we are, still in the finals. And great shot there for the double for Colby. He matches Andrew Hall's double. And on paper takes the 1-pin lead. Everybody rooting for their favorites. We see Jay Matthew getting some kudos. And great shot there by Colby. Everybody's in the hunt here. Yeah, 174 entries here at Somerset. We haven't been here in a while, so thanks everybody for coming out to support Somerset. Meanwhile, Dave Simard front 5 down on 5 and 6. Excuse me, 3 and 4. And here's Andrew Hall trying to strike again and get the lead back. It's left a little bit, but yeah, hooked through it and taps out the 6 for the baby split. Yeah, there's not as much hold as you might think. It's a pretty high volume pattern, but once it gets to the end of the pattern, different things can happen depending on the trajectory of the shot. And Stephen Major, meanwhile, doubles. Unfortunately, Dave Simard's front 5 has got a dominant lead in that match. And Di Robertis striking again. He's only missed once. Andrew does not make the baby split. Di Robertis double spare next 4. He's looking very strong. And bowled a solid game to knock me out. And he's looking pretty good. 174 entries, 22 seniors, 8 supers, 10 women. All the women and supers and seniors made it off the regular cuts. Dave Simard does miss in the 6th, leaves a flat 10. And here is Joe Scianna to get basically even in his match against Jay Johnson. And can he do it up the pike? Good shot there. He's still out. People playing all over the place on this pattern. There's pretty good reaction off the corner. And yet Anders still likes him in. And great shot there, slapped the 10. And good shot there. And interesting different ways to play the lane. You saw Alex play him out. Most of the lefties were pretty well out. We saw an exciting match between Randy Hagamoser and Litch here on 7 and 8. Unfortunately, we didn't have the live stream on. That was the round of 32. That was pretty exciting. I had the front 10 that game on 5 and 6. Again, didn't have the live stream on. So there you go. Just have to rely on our memory. And Scianna, 4 in a row, takes the lead in that match. I'll tell you, never count this guy out. He's just keeps plugging and keeps coming at you. Here's Colby Hagamoser to increase his lead. And gets the ring 10. Can't get it to go. But still going to enjoy a 24-pin lead because of Hall's Open. And meanwhile, Di Robertis up, continuing at his 278 pace and making quick work of Jay Matthew, I'm afraid. Jay looking at 210 pace. And Anthony cruising along at, right now, in the 230s. So Jay's going to need a comeback in that match. Colby Hagamoser trips, makes it anyway. We have those slick approaches that the Bowlero houses are known for. They've apparently contracted with the same vendor to do their approaches, and they can be quite slick. And you see guys jumping and slipping as they shoot corner pins, especially on the sides of the approaches. Meanwhile, Jay Johnson doubles to get himself back in the match. Can he get this one to take the lead back? Mixes it up and gets it. 20-59. He is 39 over right now. That gives him the lead by 9 over Joe Scianna. Now Joe's got to get up on lane 6 and try to get the lead back again, even though he's got 4 in a row. And there's a ball that fell off the rack. And Colby Hagemoser caught it. Luckily, he didn't make the shot. He was able to stop in time. It was quite a distraction. But reset, start over. And here we go. Stephen Major, meanwhile, goes 2, 4, 8, 10. And in trouble against Dave Samard. Looking like Dave has got that match well in hand, down on 3 and 4. Colby does get his shot off finally and flushes it. Great shot. Worth the wait on that one. And Andrew Hall with a strike up. Needs a double to get back into this match. He can cut the lead to 4 if he can figure out a way to double. And meanwhile, Joe Scianna, ho-hum, up the lane. Dead flush. Beautiful shot. Again, playing him deep with that summit. Turn it up. Doesn't quite make the corner. See, that's the danger of being in. I think they're flatter in there. You don't have a really defined recovery spot. It's a very high volume pattern, and you don't see a huge, it's 46 feet, so you don't see a huge recovery spot in there. And you get it a little bit right, and it doesn't quite make the corner. And Ander now in a deep hole with this 2, 4, 10. He's giving it a run. Won't cover it. A lot of jumping pins around here. You know, a lot of deadwoods, a lot of pins jumping out against the rack, things like that. So quite the lively back ends here. Meanwhile, Anthony DiRobertis goes 9 out. And now he's staring at 2:04 in the 9th. And what can Jay do here? 70-90. Jay can actually take the lead with a double here. Wow, what a change in that match. Better have a closer look at that one. We better pull out the official binoculars. Actually have a look and see what's going on over here. And this, of course, is up on 11 and 12. Ander with a ball change comes up high. Jay Matthew, meanwhile, is a 5-10. Oh, geez, a mixer 5-10. Could not get that to go. And he was looking to tie it up, basically, if he could have doubled. But now he's got to make the 5-10 to get 194 in the ninth. He's got 224 max. And Robert over there has, DiRobertis has 204 in the ninth. He's looking at 220 just with a mark. And he does make the 5-10. Great shot. Does Jay Matthew. So now he's exactly down 10. So DiRobertis needs to fill 20. And then Jay can get up and double or strike out to tie, get 30 in the 10th. So that was a heck of a make on the 5-10. Colby Hagemoser to take a commanding lead in this match, and does so. Nice shot. That puts him in the 2 teens. Andrew Hall max 203, looking darker and darker on that match. And meanwhile, Jay Johnson threw the beak for a 3, 6, 7, 10. He's really got to make this, and he does not. Oh, you dog. Wraps it around the 7. That was a terrible break. And now he's staring at 220s, 243 maximum. And Scianna already plus 50, so Scianna just needs marks. That's even if Jay punches out here on 5 and 6. Colby Hagemoser looking for another one, so he's going straight up the soup. And gets it rolling right at his at his toes, and good cover there. So Jay Matthew looking at now 2-teen. But Anthony will need a mark in the 10th to shut out Jay. And Jay Johnson gets the Jersey squasher. But again, there will be, we got a little bit straighter with that, but I think that's the better trajectory. But I think he needed to be further yet, so nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you, Jay. See you, Sean. Sean Richards stopping by, saying hi. And there's Dave Simard, ring 10. Unfortunately, Steve Major with a tough game. Yes, Dave Simard is a winner. Stephen Major shoots 176. Dave Simard looking in the 240. So Dave Simard cruises to the top 4. And Skiana can punch his ticket with a shot here. We've almost got our top 4. And one of them could be Skiana if he can strike here. Gets it down the lane, comes up high, crumbling 4-9. Yes, hello from Quebec, everybody. Good to have you on. Dave Simard bowling great with eagle in hand, winning the singles at the Open Championships this year. What a phenomenal win that was. At the only 800 of the tournament, comes home with an eagle. Every bowler's dream to do that. Now here's De Robertis off to the right of your screen. He's going to be on lane 12, and the shot's away, and it's a trip 4, and that's a winner. So it will be De Robertis, it will be Colby Hagemoser, it will be Joe Skiana because he struck, and it will be David Simard. Those are your 4 who will be in the semifinal, and that will be coming up next. And we'll just bowl out these games here, and that'll be that. So not a single game going down on the 10th, except the De Robertis match. And good shot there. Only 800 in the singles. Sorry, I stand corrected, but still, the only 800 in the singles. Is that everybody's dream or what? So there you go. So. Skiana formality picking up the 3-pin, and that will put him in the 250s, and that's a winner. Well, Lander Hall going straighter. $170 game. Nice showing today, Andrew. Nice showing, Jay Johnson. Nice bowling, Stephen Major and Jay Matthew, all being sent home, and we will be back. Just finish off these matches, and we'll be right back with the round of 4. And then we'll get to the final. During the final again, like and share, and your free entry for a Island Bowling Supply bowling ball. And there's a 2, 4, 10 for Colby, which is fine. Well, Jay Matthews is going to make it look like a closer match than it was by shooting 240, and he's still going to lose, unfortunately. And Colby's going to go 2-teen, low 2-teen here, 212. That's a winner. And meanwhile, Skiana finishes out at 259. Great game by Joe. Punches his ticket. And we'll just watch this last shot by Jay, and we'll sign off. We'll be right back. And slides it down the oil and flushes it. Okay, everybody, thanks. We'll be right back with the round of 4. Thanks.